so much, everyone. It's good to know you are still there. We're moving on to another conversation, and that's talking about Nigeria at 60. Let me give you a little bit of a background. Nigeria will be 60, its diamond anniversary in a matter of weeks now, precisely October 1, 2020. There is a reason that 60 is regarded as the age of diamond, the most precious and the hardest natural formed mineral yet known. It is quite an achievement that this country remains intact, but to merely survive is not good enough, and that is self-limiting. For 60 years of self-rule, Nigerians and Nigeria are not yet the best that they can be. Regrettably, this country is so much charitable, merely a diamond in the making. So even though there is a cause to rejoice that remain one, if you consider what and where this country should be by its diamond anniversary, there are not enough reasons to mark this event the way a diamond anniversary is usually celebrated. With me this morning is the DG Don Commission, Mr. Seye Oyeleye. It's good to have you here this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, we are taking a look at Nigeria at 60. Let me start. Do we have cause for celebration? What exactly should we be celebrating?
Well, thank you. Well, if a human being attains the age of 60, there's always cause to celebrate, despite and in spite of the challenges that he or she might have faced in the journey of life. So the fact that Nigeria itself is 60 years old, it's a cause to call for celebration, clean our glasses and give glory to God. Yes, it has been a torturous journey. Nobody will lie to us and say, oh, it has been pleasant throughout the 60 years. We've had our ups and downs. But I'll say that, yes, we are not where we ought to be yet, but we are probably on the journey to where we ought to be. So, yes, it's 60 years, 60 eventful years, and we hope and pray that, as I said, the next 60 will be better for the country, but I'm sure we'll still get there.
Okay, we have a situation where the theme of this year's event is United at 60. And we have a situation where people like Professor Wole Soyinka has actually come hard on this particular government. We have a situation where former President Olusegun Obasanjo has pointed out a few things at 60. So what are those areas that you think we should be looking at, especially things that are threatening our unity at 60?
You see, as I said, it's been a torturous journey over the last 60 years. And when you said the theme is United at 60, yes, it's a united country, and I'm using the word united guardedly, because there's been a lot of factors that has put a lot of stress on our unity as a country. Don't forget that 50 years ago we ended a civil war, and over the last 50 years there's been a lot of things that we believe are either man-made, in fact a lot of them are man-made, that has affected the cohesion of Nigeria as a country. And unfortunately, once you have a defective cohesion, let me put it this way, once you have a divided house, in quotes, it will be a struggle to run the same race. It will be the struggle to have a single vision. And without a vision, what you have is division or division. You can't have two visions. So the challenge Nigeria has had is that so many man-made things. When the colonialists or the colonial masters were living in 1960, the type of constitution they gave Nigeria recognized that this is a country of different ethnic nationalities. Their challenges are different, their nuances, their culture is different. So the type of constitution they gave us recognized that each ethnic group or region, as we called it then, should go at its own pace. But unfortunately, due to circumstances, that was why I said man-made, we decided to bring the country under a unitary constitution in 1966 after the first military coup. And what then happened is we decided to start using what I call one-size-fits-all for the country. And that has created a lot of problems over the years. So what Nigeria's constitution is saying, now we say we have a federal constitution. And I argue that it's only federal in name anyway.
Why would you say that?
It's federal in name because if you see, we have what we call exclusive and concurrent list, and there's so many things on the exclusive list that you keep saying no. This should be the purview of the states. So, I'll give you a simple example. The states are saying, let's have state police as an example. The federal does not want state police. They said, oh, it has to be a single police force. Now, Nigeria's population in 1960 was 45 million. It is estimated that by the end of this year, we'll be about 220 million. That's a percentage increase of about 385%. The policing methods of 1960 cannot apply in 2020.
But you look at the arguments of the federal government, they talked about abuse of power, that some governors may actually abuse that power, and they talk about funding.
It is neither here nor there. Now, and I'll address both issues quickly. If the federal government is not abusing its own federal police, then why should the governor abuse that as well? We are all Nigerians. We've had governors who have gone on to become presidents. The late Yadua was a governor. Jonathan Goodluck was a governor. He became president. So if the person going to the federal is not abusing the federal police, then there should be enough laws that will protect the citizens in each state that the police will not be abused. And as I said, it's just that we are running away from the truth. There's no way you will have a one-size-fits-all type of police. That's just an example. So you said, oh, funding. I can tell you for free that there are several states now that the security votes of the governors is being spent on the police, because the federal government alone cannot fund the police. So if they spend their own security votes on their own state police, and policing is more effective if it starts from the community level, not just federal. So those are parts of the challenges that Nigeria has faced over the years. If you look at VAT, you collect VAT from one place, then you take everything to one central port, then you start sharing it, and you're calling that federal. If you get my point. Prior to 1966, what used to happen is that the states had the percentage of their income, or the region then, and they sent it to the federal level. Development was faster. It's as simple as that. But what we have today is we are trying to adopt the developmental model for, say, Sokoto, for Ogun State.
So are you talking about resource control?
Resource control is part of it, really. I mean, if you, in a proper federal country, states will not be going to the capital, Abuja, every month to go and beg, or well, not beg, to go and collect their own share of the national cake. That is not federalism. That is feeding bottle federalism.
Well, you agree with me that some states are more endowed than some others.
You see, there's no state that is not endowed. I'll keep giving the example of United States of America, where they have 52 states. Now, all the states are not equally endowed, as you rightly said, but there is something in that state or in your state that can fetch you an income. And moreover, it has been said that instead that, you see, one of the things we've done is because of oil money, we created several little enclaves and called the states. And all these states, all they can do is just pay salary. In fact, some of them can no longer pay salary. If a state is not viable, they can march together. It sounds strange that how can states march together, but assuming there's no oil money tomorrow, are we still going to have 36 states?
Let's take a look at the Southwest. We have a situation when it was to a region where they use agriculture to develop, and we have so many mental projects. What changed? Some people say it's actually corruption and not the federal structure.
No, you see, I just mentioned it in passing that the moment we discovered oil, it was easy money, free money. Everyone decided that let's go and get oil money and abandon the land. Agriculture became unfashionable. Nobody wanted to do that. So everybody wanted oil money, quick money, easy money. So what happened in Western region, it's not corruption or anything. It's just the fact that maybe they found it easy to collect money to collect oil rent from the federal. And it goes back to what I said, that assuming that we didn't have that system of government where we all looked up to the center to collect money and you were made to generate your own funds, agriculture would have still been our mainstay. But thankfully, even the present federal government now is focusing more on agriculture and other things because they are trying to diversify the economy. It's just sad that after 60 years of independence, we are still talking of diversifying the economy. Western region, as an example, there was no oil when we had all the things we had here. As early as 1955, there was free education here. As early as 1965, they were commissioning the tallest building in tropical Africa. As early as 1959, they were commissioning the first TV station in Africa.
But what has the Dawn Commission done in this regard to help?
Oh no, one of the things we are doing is bringing the states together, the 6 states together, to start thinking together, and that's one of the reasons. Part of the results you're seeing is in the security aspect. That's they decided that let us reason together, let us do things as one block, BLOC, one block. Because we told them, I mean, luckily they realized that there used to be a single region in the past, and for development to be faster, it's better they achieve things together. So you find out that a lot of the processes, even in the civil service now, at the government level, sharing ideas and working together is the order of the day. No more working in my own little silo. So whatever is happening in Osun that is good, they can easily access in Oyo or Ondo. Whatever practice is happening in Oyo that they think, I mean, I'll give you an example. Look at what happened recently when the federal government was talking about education and no exams for WAEC exams. These 6 states came together, shared their ideas, and went with a common front that, no, this region wants to do the exam. And thankfully, the federal government reasoned with them. That is what you call collaborative working.
Okay, let's talk about those things that are threatening our unity at 60. Some people say security is on the front burner, that the issue of security is very, very germane. Where are we when it comes to security?
You see, the challenges of Nigeria, you can't just take it as security. What are the root causes of insecurity? Unemployment, that feeling of not belonging to the country, that there are those who feel that, oh, they are no longer wanted in Nigeria, or Nigeria has been unfair to them, in quotes. It's because, and I keep saying it, it's because we still see the center, which is the federal government, as the source of wealth. The moment that thing is devolved back to the regions, there will be the agitations. That's my own opinion here. The agitations will go down. Look, Nigeria as it is, a big country, one of the reasons we have relevance in the world is because of our size, because of our population. I'm not an advocate of breaking up into smaller, tiny enclaves. It bodes no good to anyone. What we need is let the country be properly restructured. If properly restructured, a lot of the challenges we're facing with insecurity will no longer be there.
We have a situation where the president has come up to say that this issue of restructuring is a complex thing. Is it restructuring of the mind? Is it restructuring? I want to talk about federalism. What exactly are we restructuring?
You see, it's if one wants to be clever by half, that's when we keep on saying, oh, what type of restructuring? We know the type of restructuring. I've just said it. That let's each part of the country be controllers of their destiny. The center should have what we call that loose control. The center should not be controlling education, as an example. Educational policies can and should be a regional purview or state purview, if you don't.
Well, some will develop faster than the others, like what we have here. Southwest is ahead of some other states of the federation.
It's natural. What you will then have is healthy competition. Prior to 1966, there was healthy competition among the regions. If Western region did something, the North wanted to copy it, the Eastern region wanted to copy it. What we have today is that, I'm looking for a mild word, but what we have today is that because there's money to collect every month at the center, our states are not
viable.
I don't want to use the word viable. Our states are not doing enough to ensure that they have money that they're generating from their own little states, because every month they will go to Abuja, collect 5 billion, 6 billion, and they then move on. We've collected our share for the month. All I'm saying is that the moment we de-emphasize that center going to Abuja every month, the states will become more viable because they'll be forced to. They will know that there's no oil money coming. I mean, I've just asked that question, posed the question again. If there's no oil money tomorrow, what will the states share? Won't the states survive?
We have always talked about this over-dependence on oil. But so many states have so many natural resources. We have bitumen in Ondo. How well have they harnessed?
Oh, well, recently the governor of Ondo was able to attract some private investors to start extracting the bitumen for exports. That's the start. In the state of Osun, as an example, they have gold. They have a lot of. If you go, in fact, I'm not sure there's any state that does not have abundance of a particular mineral resource that can be exploited, if you get my point, to generate revenue.
Well, why have we not been doing this? Or what are the
We're not
challenges?
doing it because of the fact that the powers for all these things still resides with the federal government. Federal government, they control the bulk of our resources. In fact, they've even gone to as far as saying recently now that a bill is going through water resources. They also want to control all the water and like 3 kilometers of embankment of the water. And you are thinking, when we are trying to devolve powers, you are still trying to acquire more powers. A country cannot develop when all you are doing is one size fits all. That the development model for Plateau State should be the same for Oyo State. That's not how it works, because these are different people. And Nigeria, we must recognize, for us to, for the next 60 years, and I hope it's not even 60 years, we need to understand that we are different people put together, and those differences needs to be recognized in the way and model of governments we operate.
Thank you so much, Mr. Seye Oyeleye, for coming on AM Cafe. We quite appreciate your thoughts. And this is where we'll be wrapping it up this beautiful morning. We have been looking at Nigeria at 60, and we are praying that we will witness many more, but there are some things that we must look at, think critically, and see how we can actually develop on them. This is how we'll be wrapping up this beautiful morning. I am Anu Akomolafe. Till tomorrow, stay productive, stay safe. Bye for now.